Hey guys, Anthony here from AFT Dog Training. I'm going to bring up for discussion some things that we get asked from time to time that are important questions to ask and mean a lot to us coming from a dog trainer side of things. Now, when you do any of our programs, I don't care if it's just a puppy class or a basic obedience class or a board and train program, we are putting our heart into training your dog, okay? That's why we focus in on what we're doing in class and making sure you're following through each class and each week. And then we really hammer in that the follow through for the next 90 days is so important. It is vital, especially if we're working with a dog that has human aggression or dog aggression, and we're doing a 3-week board and train program. The next 90 days is crucial. So it is important for you to follow those next 90 days. And again, I'm hammering in on it, because if you don't, you are making a choice to fail the dog. Unfortunately, that is just the honest, brutal truth of it. Because we have, for us, in our way that we do things, we videotape everything. We take notes on all the progress of the dog. We know that that dog could do and be a really great dog. But then if we give him back to you after 3 weeks and you choose to fail the dog by not following through on anything that we said to do, this goes for anything in life. Like I was just giving the example of I had shoulder surgery. If I did not listen to the doctors on going to physical therapy and doing the physical therapy and doing my homework at home, they give you homework to do with the physical therapy, you can tell when I show up which patients actually listened to the doctor / trainer on getting healed. You could see me progressing so much, and the same person that's there for the same thing a couple road down struggling like hell. You know why? And you can hear them tell them, like, you're not doing the homework. Like, they're hammering in on at the person, you're not doing the homework. So who's going to have a better shoulder down the line? I don't know. Possibly me, because I did all the homework and I did everything they said. But I could still do all the homework and still end up with a bad shoulder. So, I mean, that could be the case too with the board and train and stuff. We do all the work, and the dog, we're honest at pickup what the dog really needs. Sometimes we're a little bit more harder on what the dog, to get the dog in the right state of mind. But if you give up on the dog and not do any of the stuff, especially if you don't make a commitment to the remote collar, or you don't make a commitment to crating the dog. I mean, these are things that are vital for the success of the dog. And the human wakes up every day and they say, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that my dog fails their program, and the dog's still doing the bad stuff. I'm going to make sure it fails it, and then I'm going to look for some kind of blame down the road. That's not the way it rolls, and that's not the way it works. You have to follow through with the program that we give you, and that's why our success rate is so high, you know. And I want to make this video that sometimes there's a small percentage that you ever hear us saying you can't save them all, but there's a small percentage where the dog is mentally not in the right state of mind to be trained, and had seen behaviorists, and even us with everything that we put in, we can't save them. But I would say that's like one dog out of all the dogs we have worked with. The rest of the dogs that we worked with, where bad decisions had to be made to still euthanize, those again, unfortunately, are owner fault. It's owner fault for not following through, not doing everything that we, tell to do. I can hear the stories about a difficult dog all day long. I own them myself. I adopt very difficult dogs, and I have 3 children. So I have 6 dogs. 4 of them were difficult dogs. So all at the same time, I'm dealing with these difficult dogs. So I've been there, done that. I know what you're going through. If you only have one difficult dog and no kids in the house, I mean, this should be a piece of cake, especially with us helping you. So I want you to be successful. I want your dog to be alive, running around, having the time of their life. But you have to make the commitment to raising a dog. Those days of getting a dog and it just being Mr. Magoo hanging around the house are gone. You know, that's a rare find nowadays. And that's why the dog training industry has been booming, because people want to become dog trainers because there's a need for it. If you have a Mr. Magoo dog, great. If your dog comes back to you every single time, great. If your dog, who cares about the commands? As long as they're not going around biting people, fantastic, But if the recall is very important, especially running into the street. I don't want to hear, I've heard it already. This is our second dog because our first dog got hit by a car and died, ran into the street. I don't want to hear that story anymore. I really get the training done. Let's start as a puppy and move on. Follow the program, and I promise you, the things are, it'll be a great thing. We're here for you for a lifetime commitment, and I really don't want to see dogs fail because people choose to make them fail. All right, let's not have that happen. Again, I don't want to see dogs fail because owners and people choose to make their dogs fail. How does that happen? Teacher comes home with homework. Me as parent says, don't do your homework. Don't screw the teacher. Tell that teacher to go, do something else. You're not, tell a teacher F off. Use the real words. Get out of here. Fuck you, teacher. I'm not doing the homework. And my parents said I don't gotta do any of it. I'm not studying either. Test comes, kid fails the test. Whose fault is it? The parent, now the owner of the kid, said to tell the teacher go fuck himself. And now the kid got an F. Whose fault is it? I sure as hell wouldn't blame the teacher, because the teacher said, hey, you have to study. The owner of the kid said, fuck you, tell the teacher go screw himself. So you have to take some personal responsibility when you're dealing with this stuff. Follow through is crucial, because sometimes, like I said, there's a small percentage where we'll get a phone call, my dog did this or my dog did that, and as soon as I start asking, is the dog sleeping in the bed again, or is this that? Yeah, I put the dog back in the bed, or I put the dog's back in the bed. I don't crate him. I don't believe in crates, and we don't use that remote thingy. Well, guess what? You failed your dog. You said everything that we did for your dog, we have all this footage of doing. You said fuck them. I'm going to do it my way again. Where I was failing my dog before, and I had to find a trainer, and found us, and you said, well, fuck them too. I'm going to do it my way again, and you failed your dog again. So I don't want to see dogs being failed by choice. Again, a small percentage decides to just not follow through. And I don't know why. It's just human error, but that's how it is in this world, I guess, that we live in. I try to listen to society or my doctor or whoever tells me to do whatever I have to do. Okay, I'm going to do it. The small percentage of humans just says, fuck off, fuck you, I'm not doing it. So after paying us money to do it, they still say I'm not doing it. So stop choosing to fail your dogs. The small percentage of people out there, and you'll have a better dog. The same dog that left here, that's on videotape, that did fantastic. And there's other trainers out there, I know that they have the same problem with follow through their work, follow through those trainers' work, and you'll have the same dog that they have video evidence of doing fantastic. Thank God for video evidence nowadays, because it'd be like, wait, the dog, it's not trained or anything. Yeah, Dog was trained. You chose to fail your dog and make their dog dumb. And I don't know why you made your dog dumb, but you just made this decision to say, let's make the dog dumb again. As a family, we all gather here and yeah, we're all making this decision. Yeah, family, let's make this decision. Let's make the dog dumb again. And then the dog starts making dumb choices, and then they fail the dog. Don't do that to your dog. Your dog's smart. We know what your dog could do. That's why we videotape everything that we do. Don't fail your dog. Take care, guys.